What's going on, everybody? This is Travis from Candid at the Movies, and today we'll be talking about the newly released live action animated film known as Mufasa the Lion King. Now, this movie does star Aaron Pierre, Kelvin Harrison Jr., and Mads Mikkelsen. And this is basically a prequel to the original Lion King, where you see how Mufasa and Scar became who they were. I will go ahead and say shout out to my sister who wanted to see this movie. We saw it together. We had an entertaining time. I feel that she really enjoyed the movie because she stated that she hopes that they do another sequel. And I could have been alright without this one. I will say that this movie is better than the 2019 Lion King. Because this one to me had a lot more heart than the 2019 Lion King. The other one, that one felt like it was just dead. Everybody was more hype about Beyoncé's voice being in the movie and her having a singing role. If anybody really paid attention to her past work, she is a horrible actress. And thankfully in this movie, she got maybe 4 lines in a whole 2-hour movie. So good win. But with her role being very small, since it should be, there are still bad parts to this movie. And notably, it's the singing and song choice. I know everyone was hype about Lin-Manuel Miranda being attached to this one, but the songs were cringy to bad. It was like maybe one good song. It was the love song. That was fairly good, but the other ones like the Bye Bye song and the Brother song, no, they didn't work. And I don't know, it was just like that messed it up. The explanation of how Scar became the way he was the most punk move I've ever seen. Not because of him being a punk. It was more so because the writers, literally that's all you could come up with, and you're just like, anything else would have made more sense. But that one factor explains everything, and I'm just like, no. Not even, and I'm a fan of Scar. That made me hate Scar more just because it showed he's a punk. Just a straight punk. And also, if you were a fan of Timon and Pumbaa, even though they're not heavily featured in this movie, they are featured to where you're almost tired of seeing them. It was just like anytime where you knew there was the break in the story, because this one is told where Rafiki is telling the story of Mufasa to Blue Ivy Carter's character in the movie. We'll talk about that in a second. He's telling that role, and then you just have Timon and Pumbaa pop in and do their antics. It gets tiring after a little bit because you're just wanting the story to move on. And I don't know, the story was just okay. Like I understood all the beats that it was trying to hit, but it just went a little bit too much with the beats of da 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 da, and that's how Pride Rock was made. Da 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 da, and that's how Rafiki got his stick. I didn't need all that the whole movie. Like, little moments would have been cool, but when you're just like doing that like 5 or 6 times, it became tiring. But Aaron Pierre and Kelvin Harrison, they did a really good job. They convinced you that they were the people that play this. I could definitely see where Aaron Pierre becomes James Earl Jones, who they give respect to. And I can also see how Kelvin Harrison Jr. does become Chiwetel Ejiofor. All of that works. It's totally fine. It looks better than the 2019 one. They still give some emotions to the animals' faces, which works at times and doesn't work at times. It looks a lot better. But honestly, if you're hoping you're going to get a lot of Blue Ivy Carter in her role, she maybe has, like, with her mom getting maybe like 5 minutes of screen time. Spread out in a 2-hour movie, she might get 25 minutes of screen time. So it's not a performance that you're going to be like, oh my gosh, she's going to be the next big thing. It's just like, okay, your mom got you this role and you did all right. That's basically how it goes. Without thrashing it anymore, this is honestly just a C minus. Yeah, it's a C minus. Like, it's nothing special, guys. I don't know. Like, this is bare minimum. Let's get the general public and some black people that like 2019 Lion King. Let's get them in the theater. That it's gonna do its trick. It's gonna make money. I don't know if it's gonna make the full amount that it was gonna make, because this is a $200 million budget, and this made under 35 million this weekend. So maybe it'll make it in the long run. I don't know. We'll see how Christmas does going into January. So, comment below. Let me know what you thought about Mufasa the Lion King. If you feel it was great, I'd love to know what you all thought of it. I just thought this was just, in all honesty, it was a glorified Disney sequel that came out on DVD that you didn't know about. That's all it felt like. But hey, this is Travis from Candid at the Movies. Please leave us a like, leave us a comment, and let me know if you want my sister on here for a review. Catch y'all later. Peace.